One of our commitments as we try to reform the Zimbabwe economy to clear our areas is really to compensate the former farm owners who lost their farms during the fast-track land reform program. So we struck an agreement which is called the Global Compensation Deed a few years back, and we have now begun to honor that agreement. The agreement basically says that we will pay a coupon initially of 1% of the value of whatever is owed, and then the remainder, which is 99%, is then paid through a US dollar bond. These bonds run for 10 years, and they have a coupon of 2% per annum. So we've begun this process. So recently we paid 3.1 million, which is 1% coupon that is due to the farmers. Basically, 378 farmers were covered out of the 740 farmers who had been approved by our land committee for payment. So we're pleased with this development, and farmers have been equally pleased. We've set up a very robust platform and process for verifying these farmers, the bank accounts where they ought to be paid locally. If anywhere in the world, we can pay anywhere in the world, whether they're in Australia, UK, South Africa, or here in Zimbabwe, we're able to reach out to them and pay them. The bonds that we're issuing, these 10-year bonds with a 2% coupon. If you're a paper farmer, you get compensated for both the land and improvements. If you're a farmer who has then lost their land during the fast-track land reform program, you only get compensated for improvements. We're honoring that commitment. This also follows hard on the heels of our payment to those that are covered by bilateral investment protection agreements, BIPA agreements. This is those farmers who are compensated for both improvements on the land and for the land itself. For that, we paid 20 million last year for 2024, and we're due to pay another 20 million in full in 2025. So we can see that we're honoring both tracks of farmer payments, both the BIPA farmer track as well as the Global Compensation Deed track. We believe right now really the Zimbabwe government is doing what it ought to do. It's meeting its commitments in terms of the reform agenda, in terms of whoever it owes money. We've also been making our commitments in terms of token payments to other creditors, our bilateral partners, our multilateral partners. This is something that we continue to do. So what we're really seeking from our bilateral partners, the other partners, is for their support. Their support in sponsoring Zimbabwe with bridge financing when that time comes for us to want to receive that bridge financing to clear our areas. We're looking again for champions, more champions out there to champion Zimbabwe's cause within the creditor community and global community. That is needed for any areas clearance journey and process, and we hope that our partners will be supportive.